Buff Nation, what is going on? Give me 1 second here. I think I'm having some trouble with my Wi-Fi. Come on. There we go. All right, guys. I apologize. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Friday. We're going to get into not the keys to victory. No, 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 no. We're going to get into the keys to absolutely domination of the Kansas Jayhawks. That's right. We got to go out there and obliterate them. That's how I feel about it today. It seems like, as Kansas or as Big 12 schools always seem to do so far this year, they're making this thing personal. They're wanting to talk a little smack. They're wanting to throw rain on our parade. Come on now. We've been the basement dweller of Power 5 football for the last 20 years. And y'all are just going to come out and hate us, make us your Super Bowl. I love it. I love it. So we got to go out there and destroy the Kansas Jayhawks. Of course, y'all let me know your predictions, your players to watch for, what you want to see happen in the game, in the live chat, in the replay comments. Smash that like and subscribe. We're on our way now to 12,000. And let's go ahead and get started with a couple hellos. Will McLaughlin, thank you so much for tuning in. Means a lot. Technically, T, man, one of my day ones. Hope you're doing well. Y'all go subscribe to his channel as well. Oh, man. Where do I start? Where do I start with this game? Maybe we start on the offense. Maybe we start on the defense. But let's talk right now about Jalon Daniels. Let's talk about him. I'm going to share my screen, pull this stuff up so you guys can be familiar with who we're going to be dealing with on offense. Jalon Daniels, he's a talented guy, but he hasn't seen our kind of defense yet. One leading the Big 12 in sacks, and we have also, if you care about the PFF stuff, we have like a top 30 pass rush grade in all of college football. He is going to feel the pressure, absolutely. And so really the big key to this game to start out with is we want to make Jalon Daniels a passer. You know, this isn't anything too crazy. He, I think, is much more talented running the football than passing. And you can see here from the stats that he is totally turnover prone. 13 passing touchdowns to 10 interceptions. That's not good at all. And only averaging about 56.6 completion percentage. For context, guys, that's about the same completion percentage that Isaac Wilson came into last week's game for. And again, this is a simple game plan. I'm not offering you guys anything earth-shattering, but this is what I'm imagine CU is going to try out and come and do is stop the run. They have a very talented running back by the name of, it's skipping my brain right now, Devin Neal. That's right. And he was posting something today on Instagram. He's fired up about this matchup. But hey, averaging, let's see here, 5.7 yards per rush. He has 12 TDs and almost 1,000 yards rushing on the year. He also is a decent threat out of the backfield, 19 receptions for a 9-yard average. And so it's going to be very important for us to stack the box and stop the run. We want to make Jalon Daniels a passer. No doubt about it. And if you guys are curious, let's go ahead and look at how Jalon Daniels does when he does face pressure, okay? So when he's kept clean, he's fine, guys, on the year. He's fine. He's 63.5% completion percentage for a 8.6 yards per attempt, 12-6 touchdown to interception ratio. But guys, this is what's really crucial, is that when we get home, when teams get home against him, on a 27% of his dropbacks under pressure, he has a 32% completion percentage, 4.9 yards per attempt, and a 1 touchdown to 4 interception ratio. That is the key to the game. BJ Green, Samuel Okunlola, Arden Walker, Taj McCoy, all these guys need to get after it. And hey, if we can get some interior pressure as well from the likes of Amari McNeil, Jose Wonkwo, some of these guys, it's going to be a hard day for the Kansas State Jayhawks offense. All right. Also, play action. This is something to keep in mind. I think that this is going to be something that the Jayhawks try to do, but it's kind of surprising here that Jalon Daniels only has 52% completion off of play action. And no play action, when there's none of that, he has an 8 touchdown to 8 interception ratio on 58% completion. So again, even though his completion numbers aren't great, or his efficiency numbers aren't great off of play action, as long as we can put him in no play action settings, he is going to turn the ball over. He is going to turn the ball over if he doesn't have play action and if he's under pressure. That's really the big takeaway. And I do think that this is a pretty simple game plan. This isn't an offense to where they can beat you in multiple ways, in my opinion. They're going to try and run the ball, control the clock quite a bit, limit our possessions, and try to make this an ugly football game. No doubt about it. All right, let's move on to my next key to the game. Let's talk about it. Didn't mean to say top. Goodness. Meant to say stop Kansas on at least 2 drives in the first half. Guys, this is a game in which I think it's going to be imperative for us to get off to a hot start. Kansas is playing their most confident ball right now. They have beaten 2 ranked opponents in a row, and they're going to come out here and try and play spoiler. No doubt about it. I mean, we are playing, as some of you guys have said on Twitter, we're playing in our 11th Super Bowl. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. We're playing in our 11th Super Bowl this year. They're playing in their first Super Bowl. Yes. So it's going to be important for us to get started hot on offense and also make a couple stops on Kansas in the first half. I think as long as we get a lead there going into halftime, Kansas could start to panic. They could start to abandon the run. And as we just pointed out, Jalon Daniels is turnover prone when throwing the football. And really when he runs the football too. I think he's got a few fumbles on the year as well. And again, if we can get out to a quick start, have a double-digit, multiple score lead, that's going to be key on just taking them out of what they want to accomplish. We let Utah stick around a little too much there in the first half. Kansas has got a little bit more juice on offense right now than Utah does. No doubt about it. So if we're going to give them a little bit of sliver of hope, they got a better chance of doing something with that than Utah did last week. I definitely believe that. But this is a game where we need to come out and key to the game. It's just overall just play pissed off. Not that the pressure is on us because people weren't expecting us to do much of anything, in this conference. But we got too much riding on this game to lay an egg. They're coming in here trying to take what we've been working so hard for. This is a team that has blown a ton of fourth quarter leads throughout their season this year. This is a team that is they're not disciplined. They're not good. They're more talented than their record reflects, no doubt about it. But they're not even playing close to their potential this year, in my opinion, with Kansas. They've just been a bad football team this year. They have found ways to lose. Now, do these last 2 games change that? In their locker room, I'm sure that they believe it. But we got to come in angry. There's too much riding at stake for us to come in here nonchalant and allow these guys to take everything that we've worked so hard for. I think right now, it's very clearly looking like the Big 12 is going to be a 1-bid league for the college football playoff, as much as I disagree with that. But that kind of looks like what the reality of it is going to be right now. And we got to recognize that. We got to go in there and win this week in order to keep ourselves eligible for this Big 12 title game and controlling our own destiny. The fans, the Kansas fans, they're talking about how they hate this program, how they hate everything about what we stand for and who we are. What do we stand for, guys? All we stand for is just hard work, betting on yourself, a lot of pull yourself up by your bootstraps, right? Nothing is gifted to us. Nothing is handed to us over here at CU. Maybe they don't like some other things, about this team, right? Maybe that we see with some of these other companies coming on here, not, on three, or rather on D's nuts. That's what I like to call them now. These teams have no issue when Alabama players seem to showboat or be confident, celebrate. Texas players when they do that, but all of a sudden, when Colorado does it, it's different. It just pisses people off. We have to remember that this is a program that's trying to beat us on Saturday, tomorrow. That's a basketball school. It's a basketball school. And they're talking game like they're a football program trying to come out here and take this victory away from us. No, we should be offended by that. We should take that personally. Okay? And which is why we're getting a secret weapon back this week that I think is going to play pissed off. That's going to absolutely enact the mentality on the field. That's going to help our offense. You know who that is? Give me 1 second to pull them up, and I'll do that. Y'all be sure to smash that like and subscribe. I'm sorry, I thought I had this tab open. And I'll get to your comments here at the end. Here's who it is. It's Micah Welsh. It's Micah Welsh. He leads the team in yards per carry with 5 yards per carry. He's been out for a while with some lower leg injury, I believe. But you've seen how dynamic he looks when he's on the field. 5'9", 205 pounds. He reminds me a lot of Maurice Jones-Drew. Like, that's who he really does remind me of. Maybe a little bit of Clinton Portis too, but I think Maurice Jones-Drew, the more I watch him, Micah Welsh reminds me of him. And so let's get the ground game going. Let's get Micah Welsh rolling. He only has 24 attempts on the year, but again, 5 yards per attempt, 3 touchdowns. Kansas, they're not ready for a running back trio that we have right now of Micah Welsh, Isaiah Gustav, and Charlie Offerdahl. No doubt about it. Oh, I'm forgetting about Jalon Hayden too, but Charlie Offerdahl, they didn't even stack the box with him in the red zone last week. He took mad offense to that, scored that touchdown. So it's going to be important for us to get Micah Welsh rolling, unleash him. Maybe, I know he's coming back from injury, but could this be a game in which Micah Welsh breaks out? Yeah, I think so. When you're looking at the stats here for the total defense, guys, Kansas is vulnerable to give up yards in the run game, guys. They're giving up 151 rushing yards per game. And we're going to throw it all over the place as well. I mean, that's our strength, but this is a run defense. We faced the best defense in the Big 12 last week, and we obliterated them. It is time for us to come out with that same urgency and do it for a full 60 minutes. Absolutely. That's something Colin was talking about yesterday when he came on the show. That was really, really great. So let's work Micah Welsh back into the fold. Isaiah Gustav seems to be feeling himself right now pretty hot. I've loved what he's been able to offer to us over the last few weeks, and let's keep that combination going. No doubt about it. And I guess I got a bonus one for you. I can pull this one up as well, and that is no. Sorry, guys, I'm not on my game today. Expose Cobee Bryant. These guys want to come out there saying that Travis Hunter's his whole Super Bowl, all this sorts of stuff. He ain't going to know what's coming, all this sorts of stuff. Don't get me wrong. I love selling the show. I love selling the money fight. It's great. But this team, they find every little thing to try and, use to their advantage. Bulletin board material. I love it. And Cobee Bryant talking the way that he is. I mean, you heard Travis Hunter's comments earlier this week saying, I don't know what he's doing. Now it's time to go show him. Right now, Cobee Bryant, and I don't even know if he's going to face a lot of Travis Hunter in this game because Mello Dotson has been their best corner, as you guys have pointed out. He's got a great coverage grade this year, 82.8 on the year, only one penalty, guys, which is very interesting. 5 interceptions. So that is something to keep note of, but also giving up 3 TDs. Now, if he does see Cobee Bryant, 74 coverage grade, that's respectable, but 5 penalties, that's something to keep note of. And I think something that we could use to our advantage and target in a sense. 1 pass breakup, 4 interceptions, 1 TD. I'm not saying Cobee Bryant's bad. I don't think Cobee Bryant's bad. I don't think Mello Dotson's bad. But this is something to where I think personally we should take offense to those comments. Travis Hunter and this wide receiver core, we should really come out with something to prove, no doubt about it. I mean, it was great news seeing 3 of our wide receivers invited to the East-West Shrine Bowl and accept. And so they got a lot to play for. They're on NFL teams' radars right now, and it's time for them to do it against some high-quality corners in the Big 12. So let's go and make sure that we handle business. Again, Cobee Bryant, he's got good size, 6'1". Mello Dotson, 6'1" as well. But we're not facing like a 6'3" corner or anything like that from Arizona. Nothing like that. We should be able to have our way with this Kansas State defense that is still, let me go ahead and make sure I got this ranking right. They're still middle of the pack when it's passing yards given up per game. 230 yards a game they're giving up, which I think is like good for 8th or 9th, least in the Big 12. So, this matchup's pretty simple, guys. I think we're the more talented team. We are the healthier team. We are the better defense. We are the better offense. And special teams is always an X factor, but I think we're starting to get some things going really well for special teams. I think that's coming together. And how could I forget, guys? We also have Jimmy Horn most likely coming back in this game. I think that he's going to test that ankle tomorrow. But, covering Travis, Will Shepard, LeJontay Wester, and Jimmy Horn has proven to be a tough challenge. And the Kansas Jayhawks, they have their hands full when it comes to this offense, especially if we get Jimmy back and we got Micah playing this week. No doubt about it. Our offensive line has come together. And again, this is just a game that definitely would have worried me more towards the beginning of the season, right? But how we have gotten better each week, how we've really come together. And we're playing fantastic football. Have we played our best game yet? I don't think so, which is really exciting. And when you play a team like Utah that's got a great defense and you kind of felt like it wasn't our prettiest game on offense and we still hang 49 up on the scoreboard, that's wonderful. You can't complain. And I'm expecting us to build off of that performance last week, get out to a hot start. Shador, I don't want to see any first drive interceptions. Let's not give them a reason to believe in themselves. Let's have them quit on the field like we saw the Arizona Wildcats do at halftime. I mean, they knew that game was over. So, guys, if you're just tuning in, smash that like. I'll get to your comments here in just a minute. But to summarize, these are the things that we need to do. These are our keys to domination. Make Jalon Daniels a passer. This man turns the ball over when under pressure, and there's no running game. Stop Kansas. 2 drives in the first half. I think our offense is going to be humming. So get out to that lead. Get them passing. Let's play pissed off. I think Kansas takes this game very personally. We are their Super Bowl. We need to be offended that they think they're going to come in, or they're going to allow us to come into Arrowhead, and then they're just going to spoil what we have at stake for the rest of the season. No. These guys are wanting to show us up. No. These guys mischaracterize us. Not going to allow that. No. We're going to show them what hard work and pulling yourself up by your bootstraps gets you. No doubt about it. And lastly, unleash Michael Welsh, baby. I've been waiting so long to see him. He's our Maurice Jones-Drew. This guy elevates our offense as a true freshman. How about that? We got Jalon Miller, true freshman. We have Michael Welsh, true freshman. We have walk-on, true freshman. Cash Cleveland right now doing great things at center. You have 3 true freshmen playing roles on this offense. Wow. I love it. And then lastly, expose Cobee Bryant. Let's teach him a lesson on who the better player is between him and Travis Hunter. I think we know. Travis has got some hardware to win. We as a team, we got a Big 12 championship game to win. We got to put Peggy on the private jet to the college football playoff game. We got a natty to win. Right? Right, Buff Nation? So I'll get to some of your comments here. Again, guys, thank you so much. Yeah, Utah statistically had the best defense coming into last week's game. No doubt about it. Hey, Aurelius, hope you're doing well. Yeah, y'all let me know your keys to the game, what you guys want to see go on. Mo, hope you're doing well. Yeah, that's right. It's about to get dirty in Kansas. Now, I saw Brian Howell post this. Looks like he was getting some fantastic barbecue. My favorite place that I've been to in Kansas City is KC Joe's, formerly known as Oklahoma Joe's. It was awesome. Julian Lewis, go and do your thing, man. Win that playoff game. Willie, we need to start fast and never let up. Absolutely. Do not give the Jayhawks any reason to believe that they are a football school. They are a basketball school, just like Oklahoma State next week is a wrestling school. We can't let them believe that they can come in a matchup with us and beat us. No. Hey, what's up, CU Buffs Dynasty? Hope you're doing well, man. Northside. Yeah, Cobee Bryant poked the bear, man. Cobee Bryant poked the bear. We should all take offense to that. The entire team should take offense to that. No doubt about it. These guys and these Kansas fans, you've seen it trending on Twitter. They're talking about how they hate, quote unquote, everything we stand for. You guys know what that's code for, right? You guys are smart enough to understand that, because when you're like, what could you hate on a program for? Let's talk about DUIs. Got none. Poor academics. No, we don't have any of that. Arrests. Oh, no, we don't have any of those things. No cheating, no steroids use, although, steroids should be legal in football, just saying. I wonder what it is, guys. I wonder what it is that all these fans say they just can't stand us for, right? They hate what we're about. Because if Urban Meyer runs a program completely different than Coach Prime, all of a sudden, people don't really have an issue with it. All of a sudden, for some reason, people don't hate what Kirby Dumb is doing over at Georgia, even though they got a ton of those things that I just listed off of. And they have a coach that shits on his players in public. Y'all know what that's code for. So we got to put the belt to the ass and teach them a lesson. That we are actually everything a football fan should take pride in when it comes to their program. Other programs should aspire to be like us. We're not giving out $15 million contracts to players. We're not making promises and breaking them like Sadly, it seems like our former coach, Coach McIntyre, is being accused of there at Florida International. You know, nothing. We're just business. We just expect you to come here and work, go to class, do your things, and if you can't, you got to leave. That's, y'all know what that's code for. So we got to be pissed off about that. We got to come in there and teach these Kansas fans a lesson, right? As we have discussed against Texas Tech, really, when you talk about American values, right? I mean, this team is the most American thing out there. Started from nothing, right? Has worked our way to the top. We've defied all odds, right? Now we're the most viewed team in the Big 12. We're a top 5 viewed team in the country. We're the only team in the country to be on main network television for every single game. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I love it. I love it. I think it's so funny. Oh, yeah. How could I forget Jordan Seaton, Jelani Thomas? Yeah, how could I forget Jordan Seaton? Because he's already playing like a veteran, that's for sure. So we got 4 out of our 7 players. Well, I guess they're not all starters, but 4 players on our 34-point game offense playing significant roles. Wow. Wow. Yeah, we got to teach them. Hey, love from SC. Is that South Carolina or Southern California? Man, I don't care about Cobee. We don't have anything to prove. Let's just win the game. Yes, 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 yes. Let's go out there, win the game, be focused, and you're right. That's the most important thing. We got to come out there with intensity to dominate. Everyone keeps hyping up Kansas like they are giant killers. The past 2 teams they've played have been on borrowed time for weeks. Kansas has not faced an offense or defense like CU. You're absolutely right about that. You're absolutely right about that. Now, I'm not coming into this game looking at Kansas like I was Utah. I predicted us to beat Utah 31-0. To nothing. I had no respect for their offense. I got more respect for the Kansas offense than the Utah offense. But yeah, this is a game. Hey, it's the anniversary of 62-36 tomorrow. It's also my birthday. Yeah, maybe we win 62-10, right? Wouldn't that be nice in honor of our past Buffs teams? I think it would be great. Yeah, that's the other key of the game. You got to win for my birthday. Yeah. Fast start and running up. Dominate. Yes. Yes. Give them roids. And guys, I got to say this. Coming into the season, it was a big key of mine. Something that I was hoping for is that our team would play in a way that would be accused of using steroids. Like, we're so dominant and physical. People would be like, man, they got to be on steroids. Like, that's the biggest compliment you could ever give a football team, right? I think we're playing like a team on steroids. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Last year, we weren't playing like a team on steroids. This year, we play like a team that's on steroids. I love it. So let's continue to be the more physical team, dominate the lines of scrimmage from both the offensive line and defensive line sides, and do our thing. We score and we don't let up. Yeah, that's right. Run up the score, be unapologetic about it. Hey, there's too much on the line. There's too much on the line. We need to let college football know that we're here and we're serious, and we're here to piss people off because we've worked for what we got now, and we're just getting started. We're just getting started. No doubt about it. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. South Carolina Buff. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hey, Rob. Let's go. Hey, Dave. Hope you're having a spectacular Friday and a wonderful weekend, including a sweet happy birthday tomorrow, brother, and a Buffs win as a neat little birthday gift. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's all I want. That's all I want for my birthday. It is a nice Buffs win. Tomorrow's the 23rd. I got Carter Stoutmire's 23 on. Just trying to get in the spirit of it. But yes, that's really what I want. It's just a victory on my birthday. So I can come on here tomorrow and give you guys a great post game with my friend Carter. It's going to be awesome. Yeah. Legendary Will. Oh my God. In the flesh. Well, guys, what are you doing if you're not following Legendary Will? Legendary Will is absolutely killing it. I've tagged him in a couple of videos on here, so you guys can go subscribe to his channel. I've also posted about him as well. But this is a young man that is absolutely killing it. He's almost at 300 subs, guys. What are we doing? What are we doing? He needs to be over 300 subs. And he absolutely obliterated the media in his first video right here, talking about these articles that they're putting out about Colorado and Shedeur Sanders. And he put out a video yesterday about Julian Lewis committing to Colorado. And this is a channel that is dedicated to Shedeur Sanders, but he will sprinkle in some other Buffs content as well. I mean, look at this. Look at this. He's got the rollie on, doing his thing. And he even had an interview with Roderick Ward. He wants to get Shedeur on the show, which this needs to happen. So, guys, follow Legendary Will. Help this young man out. Will, you might not have seen this, man. Oh, and I want to read your comment. What Colorado stands for is high ratings and actual cultural influence. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is a bright young man. You got some great presentation skills, man. I definitely want to call that out. And if you stick with this channel, again, just post when it's fun for you, right? But don't give up on it. I had a channel when I was 15. Imagine 15, 16 years later where I would be if I had just kept up with it, right? I'll tell you what, Legendary Will, you stick with it and your whole life's going to change. I totally believe that. So, guys, go encourage Will with his gift. He's very, very good at this. And I look forward to seeing you put more content out. So, if you ever want to stream, hey, that would be that would be a lot of fun. If you want to do a show together. Hey, real question is if Shedeur does a post-win Instagram live. Dude, he needs to do it. He needs to do it. Maybe not like Antonio Brown style, but Antonio Brown style. I love seeing the guys celebrate in the locker room. I think that's always great. Now, the locker rooms in Kansas City, they kind of suck, but it will be the away team. Those will kind of suck. But we can bring, like Sean Payton does, bring Club Dub on the road. And it seems like whatever we call it, we got Club Dub on the road. We bring the DJ, all of that, if I remember. So, yeah, we got to go get this win. We got to teach these Kansas Jayhawks fans again that while they're okay, they're not us. They are not like us. Don't give a damn coming out here saying former CU wideout Jordan Tyson was torching the Kansas defense. Can you imagine what CU weapons will do to that defense? That's not very good. Yes, yes, yes. Hey, by the way, forks up. Shout out to our friend Keck on the channel, who is a big Arizona State Sun Devils fan. They've been killing it. Kenny Dillingham, absolutely killing it. You love to see it. Jordan Tyson, former Buff. He's been a standout for Arizona State. But you're right about this. Don't give a damn. He's not even a top 4 wide receiver on this team, which is also, I think, one of the reasons why he left. It's worked out really well for him and really happy for his success. But let's not act like we don't got 4 wide receivers better that are going to obliterate this defense. That's how I feel about it. We're going to obliterate this defense. I think we are going to put up more and more points. Again, guys, like this offense, yes, it has spurts where they're not moving the ball, but 49 points against Utah. Our offense is really coming together throughout the course of the season. And even though we don't always put up most of the highest points every week in the Big 12, I think what's really important that a lot of people forget about is that we've done so much better during this win streak of owning the time of possession and having quality long drives, giving our elite Big 12 defense an opportunity to rest. And that's also very crucial for playing complementary football, is having drives. I know we can score at will at times, right? But having the time of possession is also great. Got to keep their defense honest. That's really what's going to help with um, with the passing game. Michael Welsh, Isaiah Gustave coming to the fold. Let's see Cash Cleveland earn some more cash this week. Hey, Kevin, happy belated birthday, man. They won, so I'm chilling. Absolutely. It's a great thing. Yeah, we need a birthday win. Kobe Bryant's about to change his last name, man. You guys are hilarious. Prime brings the DJ everywhere. We should win this game pretty convincingly if Pat Shurmur can call a balanced game that attacks their defense the way he knows best. Quick screens, tunnel screens to the wide receivers and run the ball enough. Yes, and we've been throwing those tunnel screens much better than those wide bubble screens that we would run more towards the beginning of the year. Those tunnel screens are much, much better. We ate with those last week. Will Shepard, LaJohntay Wester, Travis Hunter, like all these guys were mainly just taking little screens and getting upfield. It was a beautiful thing. Got to keep their defense honest. Yeah, Jaylon's going to have another big game. Okay, yes. And Jaylon, again, I think that he's a weapon, especially now that we're getting Jimmy Horn back. We can do some of that stuff that we saw earlier in the year where we got those 4 wide receivers out there, and then Jaylon Miller is also out there. Is he going to line up in the backfield? Is he going to line up in the slot? What's going to go on? It just puts pressure on the defense to think about things more and more each play. It's huge. You can't double any of these guys like you're bringing up. Don't give a damn. Yes. Hey, let's talk about this. Let's talk about the transfer portal a little bit. That's going to get really interesting, right? I hope we can pull Zachariah Branch. Wouldn't that be fantastic? He's such a dynamic weapon. And I think we kind of need somebody like him on the team next year. Kind of built in that LaJohntay Wester mold a little bit, I think. And yes, we got our 2 tall trees of Omari Miller and Cordell Russell, that are going to be there on the outside. That's going to be awesome. Of course, Traylon, all these other guys. I always forget some of the freshmen that I don't name, but Cam McCall, seeing what happens with him. Hopefully Quentin Gibson signs here in a little less than 2 weeks. Very dynamic weapon. Jordan Onavue, who I really like from Mater Dei, number 80. Zachariah Branch is an insane playmaker. This guy's dynamic. He can change the game if he with any touch, whether that's on offense or on special teams. Now, one of my best friends, Phil, is a USC Trojan. Shout out to Phil. And he was saying this year his decision-making, Zachariah Branch, has been piss poor, mainly on special teams, which is interesting. And I think he got taken off of return duty because of that. So is that something that we can recapture? Yes, I think so. Sometimes a change of scenery is just all you need, right? Look at Levante Bentley. Sometimes a change of scenery is all you need. Now, I want to change my opinion a little bit on Bear Alexander. Bear Alexander, he passed us over last year, so that is something that's not going against him, or that is going against him here with CU. We normally don't offer guys again. But if he does have an opportunity to come back here, if he is invited to come back here this time and choose us, I think I'm more and more warming up to this. Just because he was out of shape or didn't have a high motor or just because of those things at USC doesn't mean they're going to be habits over here. These are still young men that can change, that can develop, that can get better. And all I'm going to say, I tweeted this out yesterday. It just has a nice ring to it, guys. Bear never loafing Alexander. Doesn't that sound nice? I think so. I think it sounds nice. I can't wait to see Cam McCall, man. Absolutely. Isaiah Harsh. Yeah, it was nice seeing him get some work in the game last week. Too bad. I think we had a holding penalty on the play, and it was negated. But nonetheless, a very intriguing player, right? A very intriguing player. And I would like to see more of him. No doubt about it. So, yeah, even Shiloh says he hates tackling Michael Welsh. He's built that way. He's very difficult to tackle. Again, reminds me a lot of Maurice Jones-Drew. And yeah, you saw Michael Welsh truck him after Shiloh laid a hit on him, right? Or earlier in spring practice. So, yeah, well, let's see what Legendary Will's saying. Again, guys, go follow Legendary Will, please. As a birthday gift to me, we got to help him out. We got to get him to 1,000. Once he's at 1,000, guys, this young man can start making a little bit of money from this thing. How about that? Let's encourage our youth to work hard, right? It's awesome. Branch already got a huge social media presence, so we know for sure that he cares about the brand aspect. You're absolutely right about that. I think he could be a really great fit for this culturally. Yes, you bring that up. I love it. I love it. And hey, we come out here and we play another dominant game. This is only going to help recruiting, right? Michael Carroll, not Jeremiah, Nathaniel Owusu Boateng, London Merritt. I mean, I want to see Alexander McPherson make that flip commitment from Oklahoma State official, and maybe he waits to time it around the Cowboys game next week. We'll have to see. All right, you guys got any more questions for me? Otherwise, I might wrap this thing up. Just anything with the Buffs, college football, whatnot. Go here for a few more minutes. David Johnson saying, I think Will Shepard's good for 2 fade tutties. Man, I love seeing Will Shepard get those touchdowns last week. Shout out to Will Shepard, friend of the show, and a fan of Papa John's. If you didn't know that, Papa John's Friday, baby. And I will always go with Papa John's over Domino's. We can fight about that, but Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. And Shaq understands it too. Who is going to give Will Shepard an NIL deal? It better be Papa John's. We better get a Papa John's sponsorship for the entire program. I love it. Let's go. Just subbed up. Legendary Will. Man, I love it. Let's get this man again. To 1,000 subs. Let's do this thing. Hey, guys. Julian Lewis's playoff game starts in 30 minutes. Is it on ESPN, Pog? I got tickets tonight to go see Conclave. I've been wanting to see that movie. I saw Heretic a couple weeks ago. I'm a fan of horror. I really like it. If you guys live in Boulder or have been to Boulder, definitely check out Heretic. If it's not like slasher horror, it's more psychological, suspenseful, but really enjoyed it. But it's set in Boulder, so it's really cool seeing, like the crosswalk on Pearl Street, or you'll recognize the Boulder Junction bus stop station. That's over there. So that was really cool watching that movie, seeing some things set into places where I have actually been to in the flesh. It was really nice. But I'm seeing Conclave tonight, and I'm looking forward to it. I was going to see Gladiator 2, but I heard it's been getting bad ratings. What the heck? The previews looked awesome, but it's been bad. Yeah, come on, smash the like 88 in here. Come on, man. Come on. Don't give a damn. Now, I have to disagree with you on that, Dave. Domino's all day. We're not going to allow this to affect our friendship, but all I'm saying is better ingredients. Thank you. Yes, Legendary Will is a very smart man. It's on GPTV, Julian Lewis's game. I don't even know what that means. GPTV? Georgia Public Broadcasting. Oh, okay. So maybe you can get like a live feed of it. Yeah, looks like you can get a live feed of it somewhere. Sports. Let's try and find it here. Maybe I can put a link for it in the chat. Hey, Buford's playing right now. Shout out to Mata. Oh, that's cool. Hey, guess who's calling me right now? All right, guys, I'm going to take this. Rawhide's calling me. Appreciate you guys as always. Go Buffs.